Hello, I'm Beelzebub, and welcome to the first live stream in my new apartment. I know the lighting doesn't look so great right now. A lot of that is because I've done no setup at all. I'm actually sitting next to my sliding glass door, which you can actually see my palm a little bit right there. That's enjoyable, getting a little bit of ambiance, some of the birds chirping outside, a little bit of natural light hitting me in the face. How's it going, Randolph? But yeah, so I mentioned on Twitter earlier that I ended up not getting the COVID vaccine, and I want to discuss why. So first of all, when you set up your appointment to get a vaccine, if you have had COVID already and got treatment, whether it's antiviral treatment or the antibody treatment, make sure that there's no regulation where you live that says you need to wait a certain amount of time. Because when I got there, I was told that I had to wait 90 days after getting the bamlanivimab treatment, which is the antiviral I got. And I'd wager that the antibody treatments are the same. The reason being is because if you don't wait that 90 days, there's a chance that it'll interact in your system and it can make you sick, like violently sick. So, not wanting to go to the hospital for kind of negative reaction to the interaction of the antiviral I took and the vaccine. The one I was going to get was the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, the one and done. But what I figure I'll do now, because originally my plan was to just get one and done, get the Johnson & Johnson vax and, just call it done. But I mean, since then I've done a little bit of digging and I've found that like the Moderna one is a little better, as at least has performed better in real world studies. It's been found to be a little more effective. So what I'll probably do, since I've already wasted the time going out there once anyway, I'll probably go with the Moderna 2-dose vaccine. Just go once, get the first shot, then go back a couple weeks later for the second shot. But definitely when you're setting up an appointment, because I think everywhere you go is requiring you to have an appointment to get the vaccine. Hi, Treyatail. Yeah, everywhere I think is requiring you to have an appointment to get the vaccine, because it's a matter of locations having it in stock. So when you're scheduling that vaccine, make sure that you're asking questions when you're setting up the appointment, because you don't want to get there and be told you've had treatment with antiviral or antibody too recently. Because as far as I understand it, the Centers for Disease Control is the one that made the regulation that sent me home today without a vaccine. Because I've had a treatment within the last 90 days. Yeah. So that's a whole thing. It would have been great, because I didn't realize this was a thing when I was setting up my appointment. You would think, being a place that is, giving people the vaccine, they would make sure you're actually eligible for the vaccine. I mean, it's opened up to everyone statewide in Ohio. Everyone 16 years and older can get the vaccine. But, I mean, if you can't get it, it's what are my thoughts on the CDC's? I think it's the CDC. I could just be misremembering who the doctor said the regulation came from, and I'm just kind of arbitrarily pitching them under the bus. But I mean, a lot of this is still kind of in a testing phase. Like the packet the VA gave me said that the Johnson & Johnson thing was still not FDA approved. Oh, my connection's doing a weird thing. Yeah, I'll just have to plug my computer into the router directly later. But the the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is still technically unapproved by the FDA. It's still largely in its testing phase. It's just been given an emergency go-ahead because of COVID continuing to spread. And the bamlanivimab, the treatment that I got, the antiviral for for treating COVID primarily lately, it also received an emergency approval for public use by the FDA. So as far as inconveniencing me today, I don't like it, but in the grand scheme, I think it's a good idea. It's better to take care of the health of the people and be like, hey, we don't know 100% what interactions will happen. So we're gonna actually take the time to study this properly. Yeah, it's one of those things. I'm sure in a year or so there'll be more testing done to see if these treatments are compatible with the vaccines, and the vaccines are going to continue to improve. I mean, considering the piss poor response governments have had to COVID, it's going to be seasonal. It's that is the one thing COVID really has in common with the flu, is that it's going to be seasonal now, which is just great. But because of that, the vaccines are going to continue to improve. Pretty much everything is going to continue to get better. Our understanding of how the vaccine is going to interact with the different treatments for people who have had COVID and gotten treated for it, like me. It's just a matter of, I wish that either I had thought to ask. I forgot to ask when I was setting up the appointment, but now that I have this wonderful information, everyone else who is waiting on their vaccine, if you've had COVID and got treatment for it, these are questions to ask. Will you let me get the vaccine since I had COVID and received treatment X time ago? So yeah, that's something to give a little thought to. Could be somewhat important, because you don't want to turn out like me. You don't want to drive 35 minutes to get to Columbus to whatever facility you're getting the vaccine at, only to be turned around. I wasn't mad, but I was disappointed. Yeah, to pull the mom thing, I wasn't mad. I was disappointed that the people they had setting up the appointments for the vaccine didn't ask all the people these questions. Yeah, just make sure that you're, getting all the information you need. Yeah, thanks for stopping in to the live stream, everybody. I am going to drink some water because I am badly dehydrated. I haven't been drinking anywhere near enough water. Watch an episode or maybe two of the Orville, then I'm going to go do some DoorDash because I need money. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, everyone. Remember to ask, questions about eligibility. If you sought treatment for COVID sometime in the last 90 days is the regulation I was told. So take it easy, everyone. And I'll see you all in the next one. And I promise to have better lighting next time. This is just the first live stream I've done here.